So hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and I am your host Perky Percival. So I hope you are doing great, and in this video I am going to show you my V series deck profile for Stealth Dragon Shiranui. But before starting this video, if you haven't watched my previous videos, I will give the link in the description as well as in the I button. So without further delay, let's get into the video. Starting off with our first go-to grade 3s, which are 4 copies of Stealth Dragon Shiranui. So its skill, act on Vanguard Circle, cost, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for up to 1 Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Oboro, write it as stand and shuffle your deck. And its second skill, auto on Rearguard Circle, when it attacks a Vanguard. If you have a Vanguard with Shiranui in its card name, this unit gets power plus 10,000 until end of that turn. And then at the end of the battle, cost, put this unit into your soul, draw a card, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards and return it to his or her hand. If it is returned, your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand and discards it. So this card is overall a very good and strong card because of its first Vanguard skill. You are sure to ride a upgraded version of Shiranui the time you wrote this card. And its second skill is also good because instead of having all the effects as Vanguard Circle, it has a Rearguard Circle. So we can use Oboro as our Vanguard and we can call this unit into the Rearguard Circle, and after attacking it goes into the soul. So again it gives a very fair play to the deck. So our main boss monster is 4 copies of Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Oboro. So its skill continues on Vanguard Circle during your turn. If you have 2 or more cards in your soul with Shiranui in its card name, this unit gets power plus 15,000 and you perform drive checks for the battles your Mask of Domination token attacked. So basically you need 2 copies of Shiranui in soul for its first skill to activate, because it will get power plus 15,000, and the token unit, that is the Mask of Domination, it will attack from the back row. So you can perform drive check for that attack also. So getting 2 copies of Shiranui in the soul is quite easy, because once you ride a Shiranui in on your Vanguard Circle and you have a Shiranui on the Rearguard Circle, so according to the skill of Rearguard Circle Shiranui, it gets into your soul after attacking. So you can get 2 copies of Shiranui even from the first turn. And its second skill, act on Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost, Counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Choose a unit card from your opponent's Rearguard Circle or drop zone and bind it. If you bound a card, call a Mask of Domination token to your back row center rear guard, and until end of that turn that token gets the original grade, power, critical and abilities of the card bound by this effect and can attack you from the back row center rear guard. At the end of that turn, remove that token. So that was quite a lot of information. Basically the second skill is once per turn and you have to counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand, and you have to choose a unit card from your opponent's rear guard circle or your drop zone and you have to bind it. So after binding that card, you can call a Mask of Domination token to your back row center rear guard, and until end of that turn, that token card will get the same power, critical and abilities of the card that is bound by the effect, and it is obvious that after attacking it have to leave the battlefield. So we are running only 8 copies of grade 3. So going to the grade 2s, we are having first 4 copies of Stealth Dragon Fuural. So its skill, auto on Vanguard Circle, when placed, your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand and discards it and draws a card. If he or she discarded a grade 0, you draw a card. So basically your opponent just discards a card from his or her hand and draws a new card, and if he or she discarded a grade 0, then only you will draw a card. So that's not a very bad skill, because you can get rid of some troublesome card from your opponent's hand if your opponent's hand is limited. And the second skill, auto on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, when it attacks, cost, Counterblast 1 and return another Rearguard to your hand, and one of your units get power plus 6,000 until end of that turn. If this unit is on Vanguard Circle, draw a card. So when it is in the Rearguard Circle, whenever it attacks, you have to Counterblast 1 and return another Rearguard to your hand. So that's good, because after attacking, for example, suppose you have a booster of seal 10k and after it boosted, you can return that card to your hand using Fuural skill, and in spite of returning that card, your one of the unit will get power plus 6,000. So that's a sweet bonus above that. And moreover, if this unit was on Vanguard Circle, you will have to draw a card. So the next grade 2s are 4 copies of Stealth Dragon Genkai. So its skill continues on Rearguard Circle during your turn. If you have a token unit, this unit and all of your token units will get power plus 5,000. And its second skill, auto on Rearguard Circle, when placed, choose one of your rearguards and it gets boost until end of that turn. If you did not choose this unit, soul charge 1. So from the first skill you can have your token unit and this unit get power plus 5000, and the second skill, which is auto, obviously you will choose the different unit from Genkai, so it will get boost and you will surely soul charge 1 on every turn, because it's obvious that you will not give boost to Genkai only and if only that you have another Genkai on your playboard, so that depends on the situations. So our last grade 2s are 4 copies of Stealth Dragon Magatsu Gale. So basically Magatsu Gale is not a support card for Shiranui, but its skill somehow manages to fit in the deck. So its skill, auto on Vanguard or Rearguard circle when placed, cost Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Draw a card and this unit gets power plus 6000 until end of that turn. So the cost seems to be quite heavy because you have to counter blast 1 and soul blast 1 too, but you will draw a card and your unit will get power plus 6000, so somehow it is manageable. I will say if I have 4 Magatsu Gale on the board, definitely I will not use the skill 4 times. That's totally idiocy according to me. But its second skill, auto on rearguard circle, at the end of the battle it attacked, cost, put this unit into your soul and return one of your rearguards to your hand. So this second skill somehow compensates for its first skill, because in the first skill you have to counter blast 1 and soul blast 1, but after attacking at the end of that battle you can put this card into your soul, so that soul blast and this cancels with this soul charge, so that's quite manageable. That is why I'm running 4 copies of it, and moreover you can have a rear guard of yours back to your hand, so again you can strengthen your hand for your opponent's turn, so you can defend yourself. Starting off with our grade 1s, we are having 4 copies of stealth based Katarigitsune. So this card is now I think quite available because it got reprinted in the latest clan collection part. So its skill continues on rearguard circle during your turn. If you have a token unit, this unit gets power plus 5000. So that will obviously be the case after you ride Oboro. So it will surely get 5000. And its second skill, auto on Vanguard or rearguard circle, when placed from hand, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 grade 3 from among them and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck, and if you put a card into your hand, discard a card from your hand. So basically grade 3 searcher for Nubatama clan. So the next grade 1s are 4 copies of Stealth Beast Jagunrou. So auto, when retired from rearguard circle during your opponent's turn, search your deck for up to 1 Stealth Beast Jagunrou, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So with this skill you are sure to have a Jagunrou copy into your hand. And its second skill, auto on hand, when your rearguard is placed by your card's ability, counterblast 1 and call this card to rearguard. So it can be used even on your opponent's turn or in your own turn. So this card will help in particular some cases. It's obviously not that much helpful in every case, but it will obviously help in some cases. So our next grade 1s are 3 copies of Stealth Rogue of Apportion Sadamune. So Sadamune is kind of Shiranui searcher, but we don't have Shiranui grade 1 or grade 2, so it obviously becomes grade 3 searcher for Shiranui deck. So its skill, auto on Vanguard circle, when placed, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Shiranui in its card name from among them and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So Katarigitsune do the same thing, but you have to discard a card from a hand, and it's not only for Shiranui you can have any grade 3, so that generic grade 3 searcher. But if you want to search for only Shiranui, then Sadamune is a better choice, and moreover you do not have to discard a card from your hand if you put a Shiranui in your hand, so that's good. And its second skill, auto on rearguard circle, when placed, cost soul blast 1, your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand, discards it and increase this unit's power by the shield of that card until end of that turn. Your opponent draws a card. So basically for soul blast 1, I am weakening my opponent's hand and I can increase this unit's power with the value of the shield that the discarded card have. So it can be either 15,000, it can be either 20,000, 10,000 or either 5,000. So any boost will be good. I don't think 5,000 will not be quite valuable. It is very valuable. So I'm running 3 copies of this card. So for our last grade 1s, I'm having 2 copies of Stealth Beast Yamiyamaneko. So this card will be very helpful in it basically is very what I can say, very synergized, or it has a very good rhythm with Shiranui, because the skill of Shiranui requires discarding from hand. hand, and this card has a skill for discarding. So its skill auto, when discarded from hand during your turn, you have to soul charge one. So obviously on riding Shiranui or Shiranui, Oboro or other cards, you have to discard a card from your hand, and if you discard this card, you can soul charge one, so you can pay the cost for other cards. And its second skill, on rear guard circle continuous, during the battle that this unit boosted, this unit gets power plus 3000. So obviously it's a grade 3, it is a booster unit, and instead of 8000 it will be 11,000 booster. So for our starter, I am having Stealth Dragon Madoi because it matches the theme of the deck. You can choose any starter of your choice because all the starters have the same skill auto. When rolled upon, draw a card, and then if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or greater, put a quick seal ticket into your hand. So for the trigger lineups, I am using 8 criticals, 4 draw pieces and 4 heals. I think this is the best trigger lineup for this deck, but it's up to you. You can change anything that you want. And basically it's protect deck, so it obviously provides like extra PGs for the deck. So here I can show you a situation like how can you use the cards that I just showed you in the deck. So suppose you are having Fuural and Jagunrou, and you ride Shiranui this turn. Okay, so you have to discard a card from your hand according to Shiranui's skill to search for Oboro. So what you can do, you can like discard Yamiyamaneko from your hand to your drop zone, and then you can search for Oboro and you can ride it above Shiranui. So after riding Oboro, you can call Mask of Domination into your back row, center row. So this Mask of Domination can attack the opponent's Vanguard with drive check, power and everything. But so this is how you can play like the cards that I have showed. And again with the skill of Genkai, when it is placed, like you have to choose a unit on your board and it gets boost, so you can have another Fuural instead of Jagunrou, so that Fuural will get boost. So being a grade 2, it can boost a grade 2, so this will increase the power a little, and above that you can soul charge one. So this was a kind of situation that will be coming if you play this deck list. So this was it for today's video guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if so, please like the video and share to your friends and tell me how do you like it in the comment section. And if you want any deck profile of your personal favorite card, you can obviously say that to me in the comment section. And if you want to see more this kind of videos, a sub to the channel will be great. And I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, Perky Percival signs off.